Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, including Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, and Rick and Morty. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Yo.
Today, Delaney and I are continuing our Over the Garden Wall watch-through. Today we are tackling episodes 4, 5, and 6 of the series. Spoilers for up to, but not including episode 7 throughout this podcast. Delaney and I have not seen this miniseries before, and we will be watching and podcasting on it as we go. This is podcast number 2 of our 4-part podcast series on Over the Garden Wall. And so, yeah, you can make fun of, if you've seen the series before, you can make fun of us being wrong about what's to come. And if you haven't seen it before, watch it. Cough, yeah. Watch it along with us if you haven't seen it before. And, yeah, so let's, overlyanimated.com is where you can find everything about this podcast and more at the end. And let's get right into Over the Garden Wall episodes 4 to 6. I guess I should say the names. Songs of the Dark Lantern, Mad Love, and Lullaby in Frogland. Those are the 3 we're talking about today. Delaney, what did you think about these 3 episodes? What stands out, and what do you think of the series right now, 6 episodes in?
Oh, I already liked it. I mean, I wasn't blown away like we talked about, but I'm blown away now. I'm like, this is great! I love it! It's awesome! I mean, also, I was right, so I'm pretty proud.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's get that out of the way first. You're right about Beatrice being formerly a human, yes.
And the suspicion that the witch was bad.
That was like just rambling by you, so I'll count that as.
I always ramble. Like everything.
What about these 3 episodes blow you away?
Well, the Dark Lantern, like, that was so good. Like, they're just the singing and, like, the last song about the Beast. And, of course, we found out the Beast and how that was really, like, weird and cool. Like, that episode was just really incredible, like, visually. And then Mad Love was weird, but I liked it. Also, the horse. Okay, we have more mysteries with talking animals. We have Fred, who might have... Wait, was that his name?
Yeah, I think it was Fred, yeah.
Okay. And then, like... So I guess maybe if you can talk and your animal used to be human, who knows? Maybe Fred's just a magical
Yeah, it's like
horse.
We got Fred at the end of episode 4, and I was like, okay, I'm right. There's more talking animals. It doesn't mean that Beatrice was a human. And then instantly, the next episode, it's like, no.
Yes.
So that makes no sense, but that's okay.
I enjoyed them being in, like, the very large armoire. Like, that was a giant armoire.
That
like,
was, yeah.
What? And I don't know, that episode was weird, but I liked it. I think I just liked that episode more because I was like, yes, I was right. But Dark Lantern was awesome, and then I don't know how to explain how incredible like the frog episode is. Like, it's like I don't think it's like I'm not like this isn't like high quality. Like this isn't like the most amazing episode I've ever seen. But I just really liked the frogs.
Interesting.
And then like playing music and. I just loved that there was a fairy episode. Like, this is just, like, everything about this show is, like, old cartoons with, like, weird twists, and I just really like it.
Yeah, that's true.
But the Dark Knight was just super good.
Yeah, it's interesting you say you like the frog. I thought the frog one was, like, the weakest so far of the series.
Oh, I liked it.
I mean, the ending was obviously very plotty and cool, but I don't know. I don't need to see frogs dancing around and playing.
I'm not really too I'm not really too happy with how they're going with Beatrice because I'm kind of feeling this whole she might kind of like Wirt, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, that's definitely where they're going with it. I mean,
like this is like Steven Universe and like. The book series they read, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That is. We need a comparison post on that. I assume that exists already. Yeah. Right, sure. I guess overall, I think I'm in the same place I was the first 3. I'm enjoying the series. I think it's good, very good, not excellent, yes, necessarily yet. I'm not blown away yet. I really liked episode 5. Yeah, I did like it. For some reason, I thought that was a really good episode. I mean, it was very focused. It kind of had a self-contained plot. You know, I'm very big on these things.
Yes.
And it had nice character moments, too, and it led very well into what happened in episode 6. I really
and any
enjoyed
episode's good that mentions French Rococo. Like, that was a quality episode.
Quality episode, for sure. And
apparently we now, so we're mentioning American presidents, French Rococo. Like, obviously they exist in our world, but it's like, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't really understand this. But, I mean, they exist in they come from our world, but then we're in the
Unknown.
unknown, so it's a whole separate thing going on, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good. I think Songs of Dark Lantern was a good, somewhat inconsistent-ish episode. Pendleton Ward storyboarded and wrote that in coordination with two others. Pendleton Ward, the creator of Adventure Time. Wow, that's pretty cool. Songs of Dark Lantern. And then Mad Love I really liked. I don't necessarily think it was like a crazy high-quality episode, but that's, I don't know, it just appealed to me.
It was just fun.
Yeah, and I thought Lullaby and Frogland, the first half is fine. It wasn't bad. Like, just because it was the weakest episode of the series, I think doesn't mean it's bad. But then the second half was, it was good. It wasn't excellent. It was like, okay, the mandatory plot things are happening now,
Yeah.
you know? And that's fine. I didn't necessarily love it, though.
Yeah, I don't like. I just like the singing frogs part. Like
It was interesting. I mean, I guess this is the payoff to the Chekhov's frog that we mentioned last time.
Yes.
I'm not sure though. Like, okay, he talks and now he's
He
gone,
can sing.
and he signed a record contract. The frog is voiced by a jazz singer, and the beast is voiced by like an opera singer, I think. Yeah, or
Can we
something like
please
that.
get like a singing duel? Like that's how I want the show to end. They're like singing duel.
I should say I'm very intrigued by the plotty stuff that happened at the end of episode 4. It just also happened very fast.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is about Cartoon Network and having these shows where like they sing in the episodes, but I'm like really starting to like it, and I'm kind of upset with myself about it. I don't know.
It's very this series is very Rebecca Sugary. That's kind of
Yes.
that's Rebecca Sugar's shtick. It's like she's storytelling through song, and it's like so is this series. So maybe it's more of an Adventure Time in general shtick because that's where both of them
Yeah.
worked on.
Maybe it's just a thing. I mean, it's fun and it's great, and I really liked the last song and like the song about the beast.
I'm looking at the writers on future episodes, and oh my god, the last episode is a giant plot summary. I'm not reading it, but Cole Sanchez wrote in along with some other people. Obviously, all these are written by like multiple people. The 9th episode, and Cole Sanchez was on Adventure Time as well. All these like Adventure Time stars here. I wish we had Rebecca Sugar doing an episode, but I guess not.
Well, then we know that would be the best episode.
Obviously, I mean Rebecca Sugar did the best Adventure Time, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's talk episode 4. So, what do you think of the tavern that they're in for? Like, I guess it's like the first 8 minutes. They're in this tavern.
I thought honestly, like at first, that it was like a repaired of the wheelhouse.
Yeah, it did look similar.
Like,
I agree. I was like, are they at the wheelhouse now? Yeah, it looks
yeah,
similar.
that's what I thought. That's why I thought Wirt was freaking out. I was like, what? But then I was like, oh, it's a tavern. Okay. I mean, it's fine that they have the same design. I was just confused.
Yeah, I mean, okay. How about the tavern keeper? The songs they sing. I guess.
I liked it.
Yeah, I like this still too. The highlight, I feel like the highlight is that they're like obsessed with everyone fitting into like the town roles, or not the
Yeah.
highlight, but that's like the general concept.
And like, oh, just the singing in general. Like, I mean, obviously, like, blah, heteronormativity. Like, he's like 12, but like the marrying song was entertaining.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, everything about that concept of fit into these town roles is heteronormative, but that's inherent in the concept
Yeah.
they're going for. But I don't know, I liked what was in the tavern. I thought that was interesting. It was kind of filler-ish. I mean, they're going for directions and they never get directions.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny in how they subvert that.
Yeah. And then of course poor Beatrice can't hang out
Yeah.
in the tavern. And then Greg literally eating all of the food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have this whole thing with Beatrice being so there's like that's the bluebirds are bad luck, and Beatrice is like, no, I'm good luck, which is great. Beatrice continues to be
Yes.
my favorite. Do you agree?
No, Beatrice is my favorite character, even though I was a little like, please don't like Wirt, but she's still my favorite character.
Yeah. So
And then like sassing the horse.
sassing the horse, that was pretty great. Yeah. And then the horse ends up like it can talk anyway. Then why
You
didn't
can
you say?
talk?
Why didn't you talk to Beatrice? Come on, horse. That was mean.
It's really funny.
Yeah, but I liked everything that got it. At first, they try to fit him into a role. He's the lover boy, and then later, Arrested Development.
Pilgrim.
Shout out, and then he's a pilgrim after that. Yeah, and I don't know. I liked everything in there in the tavern, but then we get they go outside. The tavern ladies, like whoever has the lantern of the Dark Lantern is the beast. So for like a hot 20 seconds, we think
It's
that
the woodsman.
we think that the woodsman's the beast. I feel like it's supposed to be longer than that, but it moves incredibly fast at the end.
Yeah, no.
And
I liked him like running out on the horse and like grabbing the lantern.
yeah, and so what's the plot stuff we get at the end? Is that the woodsman is being kind of controlled by the beast and forced to cut down these trees to fuel the lantern because his daughter's trapped in the lantern.
Which is really sad. Like this is like
Yeah.
a Grimm's fairy tale. Like this is awful.
Oh, it's definitely, yeah, that's a good comparison. Definitely a Grimm fairy tale, yeah. Grimm brothers. And what I mean, what else do we get? Because the woodsman is the beast like trapped without the lantern? I don't know what's going on with that.
I mean, and it's really interesting because like we only see his eyes and like he looks kind of like a shadow and there's the lantern. It's like how does this work?
Yeah,
Kind of a weird like juxtaposition of like the shadow and the lantern.
yeah. It's visually the beast was really interesting, being in the shadows and the lantern. Everything with the woodsman is really, really visually interesting.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, what? Why does the beast want the children? Does he want to eat the children? Like what?
Yeah, we get this like, where's the children? And then of course we don't get a payoff in the next two episodes. So
No.
I'm a little,
And then like he like creepily sings
he
at
sing?
the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end he's like, I can't remember the words, but it was really weird, and I was like, okay.
yeah. I mean, he is an opera singer. It's
Yeah.
interesting,
That's the thing.
interesting characterization. I can't wait to see more of this beast. And I
Yes.
assume the woodsman, the beast, and the kids are going to be like the main
Probably.
people going on. So yeah, that was episode 4. I was a fan of episode 4.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Then we get Mad Love in episode 5. This whole thing with so first
Okay, the beginning of this episode was like, where am I?
where are we? What are we doing? What the heck is going
I'm really
on?
confused.
Yeah, like, and then it's like, oh, they just find this crazy old man and
They're gonna
trick
scam
him,
him.
and they're trying to scam him for 2 pennies. Okay, this is a weird concept for an episode.
I was just like, yeah, I told you all Beatrice is evil. She wants to steal stuff, man.
It's pretty great. This whole thing with Quincy Endicott, and everything with the ghost and going around the mansion. It's all wonderful. I think
Yes.
just his
no, I really liked it.
characterization is really funny. And,
Also, his voice actor, like A plus, good job.
well, let's see who his voice actor is as we go. But yeah, it's John Cleese. Oh, that's John Cleese. Wow, interesting.
Impressive.
Monty
And like the
Python
facial
guy.
expressions were just, it was just great.
Yeah, he's the Monty Python guy.
Yep.
What?
He's like the Monty Python
He's
guy.
like the Monty Python guy. Okay. What do you think of the conclusion to this episode with him and finding the woman?
I wasn't surprised. Like I was like legitimately expecting this. Not like expecting this makes me sound awful. Like I think I know everything, but like I wasn't like I was like okay, the episode's called Mad Love like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect them to like make out, but
Yeah, that was kind of surprising. It felt appropriately absurd, though.
yes,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like they had already figured it out and it was like okay, so like she's there, like this makes sense. And then that was really funny though. I didn't expect her to be crazy though. Like I thought he was just gonna be crazy, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And then maybe the funniest thing is the horse staying there and being a tea horse.
Yes,
for
or just the
Endicott.
horse the entire time.
That horse the entire time is pretty great. I
Like
think,
him like
yeah.
trying to keep them from going back to the parlor. Like really?
Yeah, and then wanting to go back to the parlor after thinking they're gonna get trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best part of the episode though is the bonding between Beatrice and Wirt, though, right?
Definitely, yes. Their
Yeah.
adventures.
Yeah.
And we find out important things like
We
working
got
for the net.
backstories for both of them. Wirt has
Yes.
he plays clarinet, loves poetry, and likes a girl back home. I feel like we don't get her name this episode, but do next episode unless I missed
It's
it.
It's next episode.
Yeah, we hear Sarah next episode. Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, well, the poetry thing wasn't a surprise because like he said really weird things in the first episode.
Yeah,
It was like, who are you?
makes sense. Yeah, what do you think of Wirt after learning more about him?
I like him more as a character. He was more useful.
He's
And,
he's more
more
useful and
character-
he's more kind of relatable, I guess, now as
Yeah.
a person.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I guess
especially
that's what happens when you become a person. You become more relatable because
I
that's what
guess
happens.
so. Uh,
I mean,
so you got some sassing going
suddenly.
on right there. So Beatrice, we learn the backstory in that her and her entire family were turned into blue jays, or right, they're blue jays, yeah. And
Bluebirds, yeah, blue jays.
bluebirds. Are those the same thing?
I don't know. I'm not.
I'm not
I'm not an
sure.
ornithologist. I
I'm
have
not
no
sure. We
idea.
have to check on that. But yeah. So what do you think of this concept of? Did you think we'd get? Did you think you'd get the payoff so soon, and you being right?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't expect it to be like 2 episodes later, and I was gonna be right. No, like I expect. Like I didn't. Like I had said that I'm like more plot 5 and 6, but I don't. I kind of expected Adelaide to be like more of a plot point. Like I figured it'd be more of a build up to like meeting her. So I was very shocked by just this everything that happened in these 3 episodes, and then like I definitely didn't expect like suddenly backstory.
Yeah. Bluebirds are not blue jays.
Okay,
There
so
you
she's
go.
a
She's a bluebird. Yeah.
okay, and everyone, we're learning something today about birds. Yay!
Bluebirds do not equal blue jay.
So
Yeah, we get this payoff, and it's like, why is? Oh, I like that the episode kind of lampshades it when where it's like, is this new information? I feel like we didn't know this about her
yeah,
being a human. Yeah, that was good. It is a little quick, but I do like that we're getting that reveal out of the way.
yes.
We still don't know that much about her. It's like not
Also,
clear
apparently, she sews money into her clothing.
when does she sew money into her clothing?
That's what she said. That's how we find out she was human. Because like he's filling around in the pockets, and she's like, "Check the seams." Maybe
Oh,
they like.
okay, I see.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what is she doing? Like, was she like a thief, or they're like really rich and weird?
I don't
Like,
know.
what's
My
going?
big question was how old is she as a human, right? Because that's
Yeah,
the should we be? Is this a possible romance with
I was
Wood?
thinking like 16, but I
That's
guess
what I thought,
younger.
but I guess she's gonna be like 12. Yeah.
Granted, I think that's kind of a thing that was like default is thinking someone's that old because in a lot of shows like that's kind of how old people are.
Yeah. Also, her voice actress is like late 20s though, so
Yeah, so like,
or 30s or
yeah.
something. Yeah. It's I don't know.
I imagine she's. I mean, I imagine she's older than Wirt, regardless
It would be an
of like
like
how
I feel like the
she is.
expectation at this point is that she's gonna turn human and save Wart and be with Wart at the end. So I feel like a nice
Yeah,
subversion of that would be her just caring about them platonically.
yeah, that'd be cool.
But I still
Like
think that
older sister
older sister. Yeah,
Beatrice.
that would be awesome. Yeah,
I'd love
I
that.
do think the most likely scenario, though, getting into speculation a little bit, is that
Yeah,
she gets to be human again. I mean, she took the
yeah.
at the end of the last episode, she has this ling clipper.
Which is really scary. Like, oh my God, is that really what that does? Because I'm gonna be really freaked out.
Why are you gonna be freaked out?
Like the whole concept of, oh, you don't want to be a bird anymore, let's cut your wings off. Well, what if you just don't have wings? Like, oh my God.
Oh my god.
Like that's really like just think about it. Like
Nope.
that is a really scary concept.
Yeah, because if it doesn't work, yeah.
Yeah, or it's not just a spell. No, here are these really scary fancy clippers you have to use. No thanks.
It's yeah. I guess it's like unnerving, brute forcing the magic away. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really freaked me out and I was like, "Oh my God, it's scissors. That's terrible."
That yeah, cutting off a
Like that
limb to break the spell. Yeah, I see
yeah,
what you're saying.
that was a big shock to me.
Hmm.
Even more shocking than when they went to bed in the schoolhouse.
Okay, that was like the least shocking thing, but okay,
But it was a big shock to me.
sure. What do you think of Beatrice after learning more about her?
I mean, I still love her. She's great.
She is great. She's the best one.
And I mean, and it's kind of the whole like, obviously she started to care for them, and then, I mean, that's literally the entire episode of Frog Lullaby is her being like, look, guys, let's not go. And of course, the entire time you're like, obviously she's gonna sell them out. Like, this is so obvious. And now she's trying to like,
Okay, getting into Frog Lullaby. I had a different read on that. What I thought when I was watching is that she wanted to like not she either like thought they were gonna leave her if they like went to the to Adelaide, right? That's what I thought.
really?
I thought she was so
Oh, no, no.
attached to No, it makes sense because the whole thing
I mean,
in
it makes sense, but that's like I was just like, oh no, she's gonna turn them in. The witch is bad, and she's gonna be like, oh, sorry, I'm trying to take it all back. Like I knew that. I
yeah,
knew that's what it
my
was.
default is like Delaney's not right, so I wasn't thinking that. It's just
Okay, Dylan, this is literally the one series that I've been right like every
you
time.
have been right every time. It's unnerving. It's so like what I thought. Oh, haha. What I thought is that because she was growing attached to them, that she didn't want them to leave her. Which was what would happen if they got satellite. I feel like maybe that's what the episode was intending you to read it. I mean, it's hard to make those statements because, like, obviously I'm going to think the
Yeah.
episode's intending what I got from it, but I feel like that's a reasonable, logical assumption to make
I
from.
mean, I do think that definitely is because like it's because it's really clear that she's come to care for them, which is
Yeah.
why we're all like, ew, please don't like work. But
Yeah.
because like that was a very clear thing. But like I don't know, I just was like, yep, she was gonna sell them out. That's also a very typical like thing that happens. Like, oh, I was gonna sell them out, but now I like you and I feel bad, so I'm gonna try and go fix it. So
Yeah. I don't know if I'm necessarily ew on the Beatrice word possible.
well, well, it was just like I
It's
wasn't
it's
expecting it.
worrying a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be fine. It might be cute.
It
Who
might be
knows?
fine and cute, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be romantic. It could just be a
Yeah.
friendship thing, even if
I
they
mean,
are
I'm
the same
fine
age.
if like she just like she just loves them like platonically.
What do you like about the beginning of this Frogland episode? With the whole they're on this the ferry, um, kind
Like
of
it's very like Scooby Doo, like old Looney Tunes
yeah
esque messing
yeah I
around,
agree.
and I love it. And which is
There,
really
I
funny though because
mean,
I'm terrified of boats, but I really like this.
Love Train.
And like there's
I
like
didn't know that Love Train's terrified about. It's interesting.
yes,
They're on
fun
a
facts,
fun
guys.
facts about Delaney. They're in a trench coat, so we have the classic gag about that too.
And like just the band, and then like also okay, new name we have first it's George Washington, and then at the end of the episode he's Ben Franklin, which I
Yeah,
died.
it's
So
pretty
good.
good. It's pretty good.
I mean, Ben Franklin's my homeboy, so that was good.
Okay,
Um,
Delaney.
he is.
Okay, it's it's amusing in the beginning, I guess. I
I
didn't.
just liked it,
It's
and then suddenly like also the frog like grew. Like what?
did the
Not
frog grow?
he seemed bigger. Granted, Greg's been holding him the whole time, so who
Yeah.
knows?
Here's my
Oh, we
thing.
didn't talk about the stepdad thing.
Oh yeah, we learned that they're stepbrothers. We didn't know that before. I don't
Yes.
think. Yeah.
I mean, thinking on it, I think I probably read that on Tumblr somewhere, but I obviously didn't
I
like
saw it.
follow.
I saw it in the basic plot description on Wikipedia, but like I didn't. I was like, did I miss something in the first episode? No, we get the
Yeah,
reveal here.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get it.
They have the same mom, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes.
I feel like it makes sense. They're kind of different.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. What do you think of I don't know what the changing named frog?
I mean, it's
So we get the
unique.
reveal that he can speak. He can speak or at least sing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think he's like intelligent? He never says anything before that.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, we had the horse who, frankly, the horse wasn't very smart. Fred's kind of dumb, and that's okay.
I feel like the
Um,
horse was smarter than the frog, though.
no, I think the frog might be smarter than
Oh
the
man, this is a
horse.
hot debate, dude.
It is. I mean, I mean, maybe
Fred
the frog,
like said full sentences, and the frog doesn't do anything.
maybe the frog just doesn't care. Like
Yeah,
the frog.
that's possible.
I mean, the frog just didn't have any reason to do anything ever until they
It
were like, "Yeah, let's sing."
it didn't even seem like he cared when he was like getting the record contract at the end. They kind of just shoved it into his face.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think I just think he's very like him and Greg are just bros, and that there's a reason. It's because they're just really similar, and like the frog just doesn't care.
I feel like they're equally kind of dumb. That's my read on it.
No, I
That's
don't
my read.
know. I think the frog like I mean I'm still thinking that the frog is gonna like come back at some point or something and like save the day. Like
Yeah, I'm
it's
not sure if the frog is back.
the frog's kind of important, I think.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
so
then at the end of the show he'll be like, "My name is whatever," and then
yeah, we could have that. I don't know. I feel like most likely the frog is not back. I'm not sure though.
I mean I like the gag of like calling him different things.
Yeah,
It
I
cracks
did like that a lot. Yeah. So let's
And I
talk.
did enjoy the we don't know his gender, and then his or her gender thing, and then Greg. I mean, granted, it wasn't funny what Greg did, but Greg is also like 6, so.
Yeah, I don't. What did Greg do?
Well, Wirt was like, well, we don't actually know the
Oh
frog's
yeah,
gender.
yeah. And then
And
Greg's
then,
like, male, masculine. Yeah. I mean, he's
yeah.
6, whatever.
I mean,
And
he's 6.
at the same time, it's bad to encourage, okay, we don't need to get into this. Bad to
No.
encourage gender-rallsy things and excuse
Yeah.
them in young boys, but at the same time, whatever.
Yes.
It's so the end of the episode. We get the whole plotty stuff. We get to Adelaide, and she's like, we made the Hansel Gretel comparison, actually, and,
Yes.
she kind of is,
Yeah.
the evil witch there. And she wants to trap them and have them be child slaves. It was kind of weird.
That was like it's like you're usually expecting, oh, she wants to eat them. I mean, that's weird, but that's like a normal thing and like kind of this deal like, oh, she wants to eat them or kill them or like magical spell. No, she wants a child servant. That's really weird. Okay.
Yeah, and I like that Adelaide, or I like that Beatrice pointed out that, well, you can just turn me human and use me as a
Yeah.
child servant. It's like, yeah, why aren't you doing that? Come on.
Yeah, like
What was her reason? I don't even remember.
she wanted like a strong child. Like it sounded like she wanted a boy or whatever.
I guess she never said that though. I don't know.
Like it sounded like I think that she said something like she wants like a strong child.
Maybe Beatrice is like sickly as a human.
Yeah.
It could be. Maybe that's what that's implying. I feel like it's not implying that, but it could be.
I mean, yeah, there's a chance, but I don't know.
Yeah, so she traps them with the weird yarn thing when they enter the
Yeah,
door.
your magical yarn.
Yeah. And then Beatrice, how does she stop? She opens the thing
She
up.
opens the
Yeah.
and like night air is toxic
Yeah.
and she literally melts.
Yeah, I like how she was like, oh, I didn't know it was that extreme or whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Oh, she wasn't joking.
Yeah. And then Wirt and Greg storm off before Beatrice can explain herself. Sad.
Also, the tear was too much.
Beatrice.
It was like, no, don't leave Beatrice.
Don't leave
She's the
Beatrice.
best.
She is the best. Where's her family?
For real though,
Yeah.
I kind of thought she was maybe like lying about her family.
Yeah, that's possible. I don't think she was being malicious, though, with Wirt.
Yeah, no, I don't think that, but like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of hesitance whenever she says anything. So I'm like,
Yeah. I feel like we know basically everything about her, I guess. I feel like we might have a surprise when she turns human. I'm not sure what, though.
yeah, there'll be something.
Yeah.
Also, like, I'm also a little sketched out on the whole, threw something at a bluebird, and it's like, I think there's more to that, but
Maybe.
who knows?
Could just be that, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it could just be that. I mean, that's fine, but I don't know.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I don't know. Anything else on this episode 6?
I liked it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's fine. I feel like it's the weakest of the 6, but this is a pretty strong for starting 6. I will say that.
Oh yeah. Also, it was really funny that they were all dressed up on the ferry and they all just jump in the mud.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
And
That's
Muddy
funny.
Greg was great. Like he looked great.
Oh yeah, Greg's like, I call that mud spot. Yeah, that was good. Okay, what's your now that we've seen the first 6? I'm pretty confident that the best is yet to come with this series.
Yes, I would agree.
But what's your favorite of these 6? What do you think is the best one?
It's probably between. Well, okay. There's a difference between favorites and best. I still think. Well, no. The best out of all 6 is probably Dark Lantern.
Okay.
Maybe Mad Love, like quality wise, and then favorite would be like Dark Lantern and the Pumpkin episode.
Okay. I'm still on the first episode being the highest critical quality. So
I actually was about like that's what I was like.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, but I really do like Dark Lantern. Maybe a tie.
It could be
Because the first one definitely was really good.
It could
And,
be
like,
Dark Lantern. That's possible. I would say my favorite's still the School Town episode. I feel like I don't know if I said that last podcast, but I was also listening to the full song that the teachers show night told us about that, and it was really good. Yeah, that episode's really good. But Mad Love is also a favorite. I really like that one. That's like my type of episode, very self-contained and et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
I'm pretty looking at future episodes. Next is The Ringing of the Bell, and Patrick McHale is one of the writers, storyboarders on that. Babes in the Woods, Into the Unknown. We have Cole Sanchez on that one, and then the last episode, of course, which has a giant plot description.
Amazing.
We'll be doing 2 and 2 for the next 2 podcasts. I hope we have enough to talk about. But I feel like the next episode's gonna be a big plot one.
Oh yeah, I mean we just had like I mean, we haven't hit like the climax of the season, but we've hit like we've hit a high point, and so we have to like level it off and like build up more. So,
Do you think this one was like a climax, episode 6?
kind of, and then kind of not. Like, because I mean, it's a minor plot, and not a minor plot, right? But it's not. It's obviously not the big plot. So, like, we had a little bump. We have to get over the bump, and then like there's more. Like, we still have the mountain to climb.
Yeah,
But
I
we're
mean,
almost there.
only 4 episodes left, but certainly
Yeah.
plot stuff happening.
I mean, it's definitely like we're definitely gonna be bringing back the Beast, and like I imagine it'll be like the Beast is like stalking them and
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
we have to get the resolution with the beast
Yeah.
following them. So I feel like that's pretty soon. And then, of course, we have to have we have to have Beatrice turn human.
Yep.
That's the big thing I'm waiting for.
I feel like that'll either happen like before the finale or it is the finale. Like
I think that's
okay,
the
that
I think
sounds
that's the
dumb.
finale. Yeah.
I don't know, like
Any predictions, like ending predictions?
well, I mean, I feel like the Beast is the finale. Like whatever's going on, like they're gonna have some epic battle with the Beast,
Yeah.
and then they go home or whatever.
Is there a relation between the woodsman's daughter and Beatrice?
See,
Or-
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking these things.
I'm thinking about that.
And however, I was also thinking that there might be a chance that hopefully we see like Beatrice become human, but I also think she might like sacrifice herself or something for the children,
Aww.
and like maybe go back to being a bird. Like I feel like there will be a choice in her future,
I could see
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, my big thing was that she was human and like not so good, and I was right. So I don't know from there.
Yeah.
Those are my big ones. I didn't know it was going to happen this soon.
Good job. You know more. You
I
need,
know
you
more.
need not predict more.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
starting
gonna-
to feel like think about the ending of this and how it's going to relate to the main two, the main brothers. Like, what's the personal significance of them in the unknown? How
Yeah,
does
that's
it
what I was
relate?
gonna-
How does it relate to them? We don't have
And
enough
like, are
information
we
to
gonna
answer
have
that.
something with Greg? Like, I feel like I feel like we're gonna have like Greg in danger, or something. Like, 'cause that's the usual thing. Like,
Yeah,
child,
sure.
small child.
It's like, but it's like, is the beast represent some strife in their life or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
and
like
I imagine we'll end on like, is the unknown real? Is it not? Like, did this really happen? Like, I feel like that's something we might end on.
yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
like Harry and Dumbledore. Like, oh, it'll happen in your head. But why wouldn't that mean that?
Oh,
that
good.
was...
Harry Potter mentioned both podcasts now. I mean, the
I
parallels.
mean, it has to happen.
The parallels
I'm
are there.
here.
Obviously.
I'm here.
Okay. Last thoughts on episodes 4, 5, and 6.
They were good.
They're good. Wow, good
Well,
thoughts. Great thoughts. A+.
I know, right?
A+. I'm Dylan Hysen. That's Delaney Stovall. You can find everything about this podcast at overlyanimated.com. You can support us at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to our current patrons, Andy, Beatrice, Mitch, Nate, Cordell, and Shayna, Buzz Lightyear, Beatrix Lestrange, Fever Mitch, Nathan Fillion, Cordell University, and Heyna. And you can support us and get cool Patreon rewards at Overly Animated, or patreon.com/overlyanimated. We're going to be continuing with the Over the Garden Wall watch through, not next podcast. Assuming this comes out Friday, then the next podcasts are on Monday. We have new Rick and Morty's and Gravity Falls. But then Wednesday we might have part 3 of this series. Yeah. So we'll be probably recorded ahead of time. I don't know if we can wait too long on finishing this. Only 4 episodes.
We def can't do Wednesday record.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get there ahead of time. But yeah. So that's it. Any last things?
This is probably the ending of me being right on predictions. It happens once and it'll never happen again.
Don't spoil it for us before we leave. Thank you guys in advance for not spoiling.
Yeah,
I know
yes,
a lot of you are
guys.
like chuckling at our predictions, which is good. That's good.
Yeah, no, please do. Like,
Yeah.
get amusement out of us being wrong.
Okay. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.